Hey friends, and welcome back to this week's Self-Love Masterclass. If you are new here, my name is Renée Love. I'm the CEO and founder of Modern Day Wise Woman, which is an online self-love coaching practice and private school. I'm also the owner of Couronne Apothecary, and I'm a Reiki Master teacher. And here, wherever you are watching this, we talk about all things self-love, energy medicine, holistic health, essentially holistic self-love. All right, so if you didn't know already, Self-Love Masterclass is an entire series. I've been doing this for years. There's over 100 videos. I will leave the playlist here, but do make yourself at home by checking out the channel and just seeing the other playlists that I have available. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's actually it. So without further ado, let's just dive right into the video. In today's class, you and I are going to be talking about some of the green flags that you are in the right relationship for you. And I feel like, it's just been a while since we've just done something really just uplifting and positive. We're often talking a lot about what to watch for or, what's not working and what to do about that. But I really want to give you a little roadmap so that you can take a look at your relationship right now and see, hold on a second, is this good? Is this right for me? Yeah, I think I'm actually on the right path. And for those of you that are dating, this is also a really great roadmap of things for you to look into and create as part of your desires to cultivate a relationship that is built on a healthy foundation of self-love. And then I guess the last group of people that I really want to speak to in this video are those of you that are newly out of a relationship. So you are sort of in that breakup recovery phase, because listening to this video is going to help you to do a little bit of that reflective work to see if your relationship, was actually as good as you thought it was, for those of you that are struggling a little bit and maybe wishing you were back with that person. Or maybe if after listening to this, you're like, you know what, actually this relationship wasn't so healthy. And so I can feel really good about the direction that my life is headed in now as a result of where I was before. One of the first major green flags or good sign of a relationship is how you look and feel. So you really want to take a look in the mirror and see how you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror. Do you feel like you look good? Do you feel confident in your body? Do you feel like your health is improving? And by this, at the moment, I mean physical health. Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting more sleep? Have your eating habits changed for the better? Are you feeling more energized? How's your skin? Are you feeling like you're experiencing a bit of a glow up? One of the things that you often see with people when they're falling in love is they have this glow. And so part of it is the chemicals and the hormones and all that stuff, but it's also the energy. When a person is in love, when they are feeling good, they are just beaming. And so that's what we want to be watching for. I know some of you are thinking, well, yeah, that's probably how it was in the beginning of the relationship. But, we've been married for years, or we've been in this relationship for a while. You still want to be looking out for that. And what I would say is you want to be looking at whether your health is overall improving or whether your health is overall declining. We know that when people are in toxic relationships, their health tends to decline, the way they take care of themselves decline, all kinds of things just go down. And so for you, if you're finding that you're eating better, moving more, sleeping better, feeling good, feeling more energized, dressing in a way that really makes you feel like yourself, you're expressing yourself more in your body, those are things that indicate that this relationship is probably really good for you and working in your favor. The second green flag or sign that you're probably in a very good relationship for you right now, at least from a self-love perspective, is you are growing. And specifically, I'm talking about growing as a human, conscious soul, that you are expanding in your life versus contracting in your life. So expanding in your life might mean like suddenly you're doing more of the things that you never thought you could do. You are being more outgoing. You have gone back to school. Maybe you've started a business. Maybe you're taking new classes. You're doing more. In other words, you're getting more out of life. You know, you're really seizing opportunities. Being with a healthy partner from a self-love perspective is someone that really encourages you to go after your dreams. There may be someone that's doing the same for themselves. And so when you feed off of each other and each other's energy, you just have a tendency to bring each other up rather than bring each other down. So we really want to be paying attention to how your life is flowing, how your life is evolving. And when it is evolving in a way that supports your expansion, that is usually a very good thing. Are you having to put your dreams aside, or are you now sort of feeling more compelled and excited to go after those dreams? This is really, really an important one. And if you have this, yay you. And if you didn't have it in your last relationship, I would definitely recommend that this be something that you watch out for. Another really important green flag is just in general how you talk to yourself and how you feel about yourself. So does the relationship that you're in give you more confidence, more esteem? Does it have you feeling better about yourself? Or do you find yourself being harder on yourself, having lower self-esteem and confidence, like not feeling so good? In other words, when you are in a healthy relationship, at least from a self-love perspective, while you may be challenged to do a little bit more introspection and inner work and just really look at the shadow aspects of yourself, ultimately you find yourself liking who you are more. You find yourself being more of like yourself. In other words, it's like you're much more authentic and much more true to yourself. You know, something that so many of us struggle with in relationships is this feeling like we may be losing ourselves. And while losing ourselves is in fact a healthy part at times of, you know, creating new connections, new relationships, stepping into a new phase of life, a new identity, etc. You know, it can be, it's just basically what I want to say here is part of that is a natural process, and part of it can be something that is not so good for us. So it's important to really like who you are becoming in a healthy relationship. So if you have that, if you like who you are becoming, if you like the version of yourself with this partner, even more than you liked the version of yourself before that partner, that is a sign of a healthy relationship. Now, don't make this codependent, okay? This is not the whole Jerry Maguire, he completes me kind of thing. This just means that you are being true to yourself in your relationship, and this relationship supports your growth, your evolution, and your expansion. You like who you are now in the present moment with this person. Another green flag or really good sign that you're in a great relationship is how the people that you trust the most see you and your relationship. Now you'll notice that I said the people that you trust the most. Okay, a lot of us have all different kinds of friends, and I'm not talking about any old raggedy friend. I am talking about your ride or die people, your people that you trust unequivocally, know that have your best interest at heart, want to see you happy. There's no jealousy, there's no competition, there's no like there's none of that going on. And I would also say your therapist and your coach, because those are the people that are really on your side, wanting you to have the absolute very best and what you deserve. So when the people in your life that you trust the most, okay, really say to you, man, you've been so happy since you've been with this person is so good for you, you guys look so happy, you know, I feel like you are doing more, your whole outlook on life has changed, like things are better now that you're with that person, that is a definite green flag and sign that you are in the right relationship. Now I'm going to say just one little tiny thing, because things are never so cut and dry. You know, there can be times when everybody loves the partner that you're with or thinks this person is so amazing, and somewhere deep down inside of yourself, you know that it's still not the right person for you. You still want to be listening to that voice, and if necessary, seeking professional help to see if that's actually in alignment with your intuition or if it's a bit of self-sabotage. Don't ignore that, essentially, is what I'm saying. But generally speaking, this is a really good sign when the people you love the most and the people that love you the most also really, really love your partner. Really good sign. I saved this one for last because I feel like it's one of the more obvious ones, but it's how do you feel about that person? How do you feel about that person? Okay, so there are many reasons why a lot of us get into relationships. Some of us get into relationships because we're lonely. Some of us get into relationships because the clock is ticking. Some of us are still on that box checking sort of like roadmap. We're, we just, don't know how to be alone. We don't know what we want. We don't know who we are without a person, excuse me. But for those of us that have really gone beyond that and are doing the inner work to really just make sure we are whole before trying to just bring another person into our lives, it really is like, do you really love this person? Like, do you love who they are? Do you like them? I don't just mean like, do you love them? You can love people you don't like. Do you like them? Do you like who they are? Do you want to build a life with them? Do you really actually want to have children with them? Not just because you want to have children or because they'll be a great provider, but like you want to spend your everyday and your time with them. The future that you have matches the future that they have. In other words, what you want are similar. Your values are similar. Like, are they your person? Is this your person? Obviously, I'm speaking right now in this moment about a committed monogamous relationship. Even if you're in a relationship that has a different dynamic, if there's, more of you or however that goes, whatever you've created, it still applies. It's how do you feel about these people? Do you like them? Not just are you in love with them at the moment, but do you like them? Do you want to be with them for the same amount of time that they want to be with you? You have to be really, really honest about this, because for a lot of us, we've created lives with people, we've joined finances together, we live to, all this stuff. And so it can be hard to really tell the truth about that, because sometimes if you think about life not with them, you're like, oh, I don't know what that would be. I don't know what that is. I don't know if I like that either. And so we just sort of like stay here and hang on to this relationship because we're scared, and you don't want to do that. But again, when it is aligned, when you really like them, when it feels good, when your futures are similar, when you are on the same growth pattern, when you kind of just look at them and you smile to yourself because you're just like, that feels so good. And I say this, yes, even after years and years of marriage, that is definitely a good sign. Marriage is difficult, marriage is hard, and it's going to have different phases. It's going to have ups and downs. You may have many moments for long periods of time where you think you've chosen the wrong person. So that is not abnormal if you are experiencing that right now. And that's not the way it is meant to be forever. So if you're at a point where you don't think you can shift or change that, then that can be an issue. But as long as you move through those spaces and you continue to like come through the fire and then come closer together, that's definitely a very good sign that the relationship could last another 5, 10, 15, 20 years. There are so many more signs here that I did not cover. There's so much more to this. And the other thing that I want to say is that, you know, you can't just look at one of these things. You really need to be, again, looking at all of these things really over, you know, a period of time, depending on how long you've been together. So definitely, if you're struggling a little bit and you want to work together one-to-one, definitely consider working with a therapist or a coach. If you would like to work with me specifically, all of my links are below. But yeah, I can already see like three immediately that I would love to put in this video that were not in this video. So, you know, more to this. If you really enjoyed this video, you know, give it a thumbs up. It helps me to know which content you really appreciate. And so the topics that you seem to all really enjoy, I'll make sure to continue to do more videos on those subject matters. Also wanted to let you all know that I have a free, like completely free membership program going in right now. I will make sure to link that below for those of you that want to be a part of that. In addition, you all already have heard about the RENEE Self-Love Sacred Circle, which is a paid, private program, a very sacred space with myself and a few others where we practice spiritual self-love in a non-religious way. So if that's of interest to you, definitely check that out. The links are below. But really, you all, that is it for this video. So glad, as always, to be back here for another one. And until we see each other next time, don't forget to share this video with your friends and your family, the people that you love and you care about most, and that we truly are in this together.